Hello everyone. It was such a good thing for me meeting some of you yesterday because I pretty much understood that most of you almost don't know nothing about Albania. And the good thing is that at the end of my presentation, you will be some of the few people that will know how the future of e-commerce will be in Albania. And I mean this even taking the consideration the Albanian guys. You will be some of the few that will understand. But before I start talking about Albania, let me tell you that I have been traveling around Balkan for the last 2 years, and I'm amazed of our similarity. We are so similar and yet so divided, which does not make sense at all. We as Albanians want to work with every one of you. We don't care about our differences. We just want to do business with you. And when I tell this, usually people tell me, why bother working with you? Because you are such a small country, and there are some other questions. But in the first glance, when you see Albania, it's really a very, very small country. And when I saw your presentation, this is true. We have a very small number of population. We have a very low GDP. It's less than or almost 5% of Google revenue, our GDP, or 10% of Facebook revenue. And we are the last in our region for GDP per capita, which is how much people are spending. And this is true. And when numbers does not matter and people are more than 40 years, they tell me that Albania is not safe because they remember this kind of photos from 1997 civil war that was in Albania. And it was true. This is not Second World War. It's just Albania before 25 years. And if you are younger, which most of you are, you tell me that people on Albania are so poor because they have seen this kind of news in January or in February, which for me does not make sense because Albania is the country with most people passing the English canal illegally. More than Afghanistan, more than Iran, more than Iraq, which does not make sense at all for me. Since I am very in the business in Albania, I have tried to find some of the people that have done this journey. In all our region, people are trying to leave, are wanting to leave our region, which is true also from Croatia, Bulgaria, Romania. With anyone that I have talked is the truth. But paying 20,000 euro to do a journey when you can do it for 50 euro with direct flight from Tirana is like amazing. But this is the media, is showing just an angle of the truth. And I'm here to show you my angle of truth, which is my entire life, 35 years in Albania. And for this I don't know because I haven't known anyone who has done this in Albania, but I am thinking that maybe the driver is Albanian and they have remained without customer, so they came to our villages and told to people, let me send you to United States maybe, because it's unlogical. But what I can tell you is the 1997 Civil War. I was 10 years and for me this was 1997 Civil War. It was such an amazing adventure, and now I remember all the risks that we took, and that's why maybe I'm a good entrepreneur, because I know how to take risks, but also to be safe. When you see the numbers then, you can think another perspective again. Albania is the cheapest place to have your headquarters, and with an amazing nature. I can tell you that we have almost any kind of nature that is in Balkan, good beaches, high mountains, alpines, history as every one of us has, river. For example, last month it was become a national park, the last wild river in Europe, which is in Albania. So it's like an amazing place when you can have your headquarters and can make people live happy. It's such an easy thing to go. We will go after this event by car, and I can tell you this, that today was my coldest day of the year. It was so cold here that in Tirana it's almost never. And I haven't seen snow since 5 years now. In Tirana it's snowing only 2 times this 15 years that I've been living over there. So it's an amazing place and it's very cheap. It's the cheapest one in the region and almost the cheapest one in Europe. Also, if you search about the most tolerant religion country on earth, it's Albania. It's like, it's not that we are coexisting with each other, with different religions. It's just we don't care what kind of religion someone has, it's the same for us. It's like that's saying, I love Bible and Quran because I am an Albanian. We love also Buddhism, we love every kind of religion. I'm partial Muslim, partial Christian, partial Orthodox, and I really love Buddhism, but I don't care about religion, and everyone in Albania is like that. And it's not just about the religion, it's about ethnicity. It's about any kind of differences that we have. We in Albania don't care about this kind of differences. It's the perfect place where you can fit different kind of culture. You can do business in Middle East from a cheap office in Albania. You can do business in France with a cheap office in Albania. And you can do business in Italy or in Greece with a cheap office in Albania. There are more than 100,000 people that are working for Amazon, for eBay, and are working for different multinational companies like outsourcing. They are doing customer care, programming, finance now for Vodafone. It's located in Albania. So it's an amazing place to stay. And also, now these are photos that are taken by my phone during the time that I walk my dog in the morning, which are in one location. I just turn it 300 degrees around, and it's like madness of building now in Albania. You can imagine how madness it is, because there are 6 skyscrapers only in this view that are being building, and much more entire Tirana. But it's not that they are skyscrapers. I have been all around Europe. They are like madness. I don't understand why they are doing this kind of buildings. For example, the first one here has a swimming pool in the top roof and a shopping mall in the top roof. And I don't know what kind of thing is that. But the second one is it's like the white with blue was the tallest building in Albania before 20 years. And now the same owner has done another one, but it's not the tallest one, because another one has done another one after 1 month he has started. And this year we'll start another 200-meter building. The other one is like a face. It will finish and it will be like our national hero, like a face. For 50 years, people will go and make photo over there. It's like crazy. The other one is like the map of Albania with vertical garden. I don't understand how they can do this and how they can create such a big infrastructure building in Tirana, but it's happening today. The other one has 2 helicopter landing zones and the swimming pool in top roof again. And it's not only this. There are 1.8 million square meter permission to build only last year. And this year will be even more, because there are elections in Albania, and during the election everyone is building. So this is continually growing, and it will continually grow for the next 2 to 3 years. And also it's not just about the building, because you can tell, and it's true what you can tell, that buildings are not giving value to an economy. And that's true. No building can give value to Albanian economy. But they can make Albanian economy, they can make Tirana ready for the growth that we have in the next 5 to 10 years, which is a huge growth, the biggest growth that European country will have in the next 5 to 10 years. And not only building, but are being built huge infrastructure projects. There are 2 new airports. One is finished last year and one will finish this year. There are 2 ports that are being built, which are these 2, that maybe will be finished before the next election, because this is usually how things going, which is after 2 years. But they are huge. There are 3 roads that are being building, and Tirana will be connected with Greece, Montenegro, Macedonia, Kosovo within 2 hours for the next 2 to 3 years. It's one infrastructure building to Greece, it's one to Montenegro, and one to Macedonia. which will be finished very soon. And this is because of the growth that Albania has, and you can see that we are leading European country by the air traffic that Albania has, with just one airport. It has this kind of traffic. I don't know why Uzbekistan is over there, because it's more than 100% growth, but if you see, Albania is 93% increase from the month before the pandemic. And none of the country in Europe has that kind of growth. Most of them have decreased, and Albania has 93%. And there is not done any kind of marketing about Albania. I can tell you this, but I can tell you that anyone that I meet coming for the first time in Albania, or for the first time after 5 to 10 years, they are amazed by the development and by the beauty of the nature and by the cheapness that there is in Albania. And they are going to their country, or maybe live from the city center or from Tirana, they are telling, look Tirana, what kind of city it is. Look Albania, what kind of city it is. Because it's a city that it's really uncovered until now. And it will continually grow for the next 5 to 10 years. And you are very welcome over there, because it's like culturally coexist, or we like every kind of culture. They will be, you as Bulgarian will be treated as you treat American here in Bulgaria. I assure you that. Or maybe some other entity that you seem that like they are so developed and so increased. And also they are been talking to change some laws for digital nomads. It can be the next Lisbon of Europe. And I have met a lot of digital nomads these days, and they are telling, change the law and it will be huge people of nomads coming in Albania. But not only that, Albania is very business friendly. You can open now, online, a business with €1 in Albania now. And you don't need to be Albanian citizen. And maybe with €50 you can manage the financial and legal part from a local company in Albania. And Albania now, for 1 to 2 years, it's like amazing for me, because I don't need to meet some government people anymore. No document is available physically. It's not that you have the possibility to take it online. You don't have any other possibility. You just need to take any kind of documents now online in Albania. I don't know for how much time is this been happening, more than 1 year I think, but everything is online. And also it will be integrated with the payment system now, e-Albania, which is like e-Estonia, but for Albania, will be integrated with a payment system, so you can pay everything now directly from Albania. So it's business friendly, it's cheap, it's culturally fit for any one of you. Probably one of the last gem of Europe. But what about e-commerce? And I have more than 10 years that I'm in this business. I am CEO and founder, except I'm president of Ecommerce Association in Albania. And I can tell you that if you see opportunities in the country, in the development, Anastasis told that true before that, it's like 19 in Albania. Anything that you will bring in Albania in 19 will be sold within 1 day, double the price. Anything, totally anything. A truck of air conditioner will be sold next day. A truck of Coca-Cola will be sold next day, will double the price in 19. Now it's the same with e-commerce, because it's again the beginning of a journey. And it's like so fragmentized, so chaotic at the moment, that probably no one knows how to do it. And they need your expertise, we need your experience on doing things in e-commerce. Only 182 virtual posts are from 119,000 businesses registered in Albania. So only 182 accept payment credit card. There are more than 4,000 entities that sell through cash on delivery and social media. So most of the people that sell online now don't have a website. They sell only through social media. If you want someone very good in social media, you can find it in Albania, and they can speak Arabic, they can speak Italian, they can speak Greek, they can speak English, they can speak any kind of language. And they can learn within 3 months maybe another foreign language. That's why there are thousands of people working for foreign company in Albania in different languages. And there are now 31 active delivery company, which doesn't make sense. Imagine the company yesterday told us that in 1 hour they can proceed 40,000 packages. We have only 44,000 packages per day and 31 delivery company. So except 1 or 2 or maybe 3, the rest even don't know what is the delivery. But again, we have a good service because you will have the package sent next day to any part of Tirana. And I can show you the growth and the possibilities that are in this market. Only bank transactions have 19% growth. And POS in the stores have 45% growth in revenue, and it could keep going like this in the future. But there are 69% of people go physically in the banks. Even why all the banks have an app and we can pay online. I don't know why they are going over there. It's just the banks are so profitable in Albania that they don't care about their customer service. Because 7 to 20 in the most profitable company in Albania are banks. So they are not bothering at this time. But in 2020, a new law was entered in Albania, which allows the payment processor to make things happening. And the banks are postponing that law until 2024. So at 2024, the banks will have some real competitiveness. And they will start to change and to improve things. But the growth is over there. And even while we don't have big numbers, it's a small amount of number, we have doubling. The individual credit card use is doubling. It's so difficult to have a credit card yet in Albania, and then yet the credit card payment are doubling. And it will keep going for the next 5 to 10 years. Which means huge opportunity for payment processor company, for company that do e-commerce as it should be done, for company that are not selling through social media only. They are promoting through social media, but not selling through social media. So there is a huge opportunity in this part. And the orders, there are more than 8 million orders delivered, as I told you, more than 33,000 per day, which is very small amount, but the idea is 92% of them are done by cash. And it's not that Albanians don't know how to buy online, because they are taking any kind of documents online, any kind that you can imagine. I don't know any kind of documents that you can go physically and take by some portal now in Albania. So they know how to buy online, but they are not buying because sellers are not selling through online. Sellers are not investing in their platform, and the ones that are creating platforms here have a huge opportunity to sell their products in Albania. Sellers are not investing in automatization, in any kind of tools that is needed to be building the e-commerce for their company. Because more than 4,000 entities are selling through social media, as I told you. Only the product that are being sold, because the market is a little bit more, but not tickets and booking part, it's just product, is like more than 300 million, which is very small, but the idea is that it will grow, and it will go in a very fast path, and Albania needs you to have the right product, to have the right partner, the right service to grow. The category is almost the same as we saw in all the different markets. But who is seller? Who are the player now in Albania? The food app is almost saturated. There are 3 applications, and almost all the restaurants now have created an app, because that's the only part that is working properly in Albania. Then there are more than 4,000 entities that sell through social media, and are almost more Instagram pages that sell orders online without any kind of website. So that's the part that you can compete. For example, the food market, it's almost saturated. If you will come in Albania with a food company that are selling, you need to have some good competitive advantage, because every restaurant there is now registered in some food application, or they have their own. But if you have some competitive advantage, then that's the case. That's the one that you need to be. In the pure e-commerce with logistic is almost untouchable, and Aladini is the company that I have founded, and I'm CEO now, and I can tell you that I really need some competition because I cannot do it by myself, all the things that need to be done. We need to sell through pure e-commerce, we need to do pure logistic warehouses, which are not done, and until now I have tried to do it with Albanian, but as you can imagine, with the numbers, there are not so many Albanians that understand e-commerce. Now, before 2 years, I understood that, and now I'm going in this kind of region and other regions to show them the possibility that they have. And I need more partners, Albania needs more competitors, so it can grow. And it will grow. There is not any chance. Like EMAG has grown here and now dominates the market, like Amazon dominates the market, like Allegro dominates the market in their own country. So in every developed country there is 1 to 3 companies that dominate all the e-commerce sales. Also in the world, there are 3 companies that have more than 50% of total sales. Because e-commerce is like this, and Albania is the place that you can start from zero. The next and the last, the traditional retailers are the ones that are in urgent need for partners like you, in urgent need for services like you, because they know that they need to sell online, but they don't know who to employ, who to pay to make them pay. They have tried, almost any retailer in Albania have tried, but they have failed because they are doing only local things. If you came in our market, you will have a huge opportunity for growth with this retailer. And last, I can tell you with this quote that knowledge is telling the past, wisdom is telling the future. And you have the wisdom to come in Albania because you have already done in your market, in Bulgaria, in Romania, in Croatia, in Greece, you have already done, so you are wise people if you come in Albania. If you will stay only here, you need to see China, as the first presenter told you, so in order to gain your wisdom, but you already have some wisdom. So if you are planning to come in Albania, just message me and I will connect you with any person that you will need. It's such a small place that we almost already know everyone, but even if I don't know, I will find it for you. Thank you.